Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhamad Rendi Firmansyah and I will answer some question from oral test about transgender. The term transgender refers to individual whose gender identity differs from the sex they were assigned at birth. Gender identity is a deeply held sense of being male, female, or something else, which sex is typically determined by physical characteristics such as reproductive organs. Transgender people may identify as male, female, both, neither, or as a different gender altogether. Islam, like other religions, has diverse view on transgender individuals. Some Muslims are accepting and supportive, while others may hold more conservative beliefs. The Quran does not specifically mention transgender identity, so interpretation vary. Some scholars argue for compassion and inclusivity, respecting the rights and identities of transgender people. However, conservative interpretation may not be accepting focusing on traditional gender roles. Transsexuality, also known as transgender identity, refers to individuals whose gender identity is different from the sex they were assigned at birth. It means that their internal sense of being male, female, or another gender does not align with the physical characteristic they were born with. Regarding Islam perspective on transsexuality or transgender identity, it's important to note that interpretation and opinions vary among different Muslim scholars and communities. Like any religion, Islam is not a monolithic entity, and there is diversity in beliefs and understanding. However, it's worth mentioning that more conservative interpretation within Islam may view gender as a fixed binary concept based on biological sex and may not accept or support transgender individuals. This interpretation often focus on upholding traditional gender roles and norms. Overall, Islam's perspective on transsexuality or transgender identity is not universally agreed upon. It's advisable to engage in respectful discussion, seek knowledge from a variety of sources, consult different scholars, and engage with Muslim communities to gain a broader understanding of the range of beliefs and interpretation within Islam. The term kunsa is an Arabic word that refers to individuals who are intersex. Intersex is a term used to describe individuals who are born with physical or biological sex characteristics that do not fit typical definition of male or female. This characteristic may include variation in reproductive anatomy, hormones, or chromosomes. The term "mukhanat" is an Arabic word that historically referred to individuals assigned male at birth but who exhibit some feminine characteristics or behaviors. The term can be translated as effeminate or feminist. It is worth noting that the concept of mukhanat is not directly equivalent to modern understanding of transgender identity. The term mutarazilat refers to women who exhibit behaviors or characteristics that are traditionally associated with men. It can be translated as masculine or tomboy in English. The concept of mutarazilat, like other terms relate to gender and behaviors, is influenced by social norms and cultural cultural expectation. It is crucial to approach this discussion with cultural sensitivity and respect for individual anatomy, as expression of gender can vary widely among individuals. In Islam, there are no specific guidelines on how to treat the body of a transgender individual after death. Practices may vary depending on cultural and individual beliefs. Traditionally, the handlings of the deceased body is based on their assigned gender at birth. However, options differ, and some argue for respecting the gender identity and wishes of the deceased. The treatment of a transgender person body after death can vary depending on cultural practice and personal beliefs within the Muslim community. It is best to consult with knowledgeable religious authorities or local community leaders to navigate these matters based on individual beliefs and tradition. So that's all I can say from this oral test. Thank you for your attention.